Another review for the heavyweight tournament fights in King of the Cage. In King of the Cage's 10th event. Second match of the tournament, Eric Kleeper, current at the time Cobra Challenge heavyweight champion, and Muay Thai trained with some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Eric Kleeper, 6'7", 278 pounds, says in the pre-fight interview of Eddie Bravo that he wants to move on from King of the Cage to fighting Gary Goodridge so they can have a battle for the nickname of Big Daddy and see who the real Big Daddy is. But I really do not think Kleeper would have beaten Goodridge. They never fought, so we'll never know, but it's unlikely with Gary Goodridge's strength that Eric Kleeper would have beaten him. Especially if they keep it standing on the ground or going for submissions. I still think Goodridge has the advantage over Kleeper. Anyway, Eric Kleeper, he says not only wants to fight Goodridge, but he's fighting because he likes it, basically, and the daddy part of his name, he said it fits because he's got 4 kids at home. He's from Arizona. Also friends with Mark Hall, who was a promoter for the Cobra Challenge events. And Big Daddy's opponent, Mike the Rhino Bork, King of the Cage veteran. And also at the time, super heavyweight champion. Mike comes in, his usual 6 feet tall and 275 pounds. The commentators Eddie Bravo and Richard Norton make note of how strong Mike is looking. Bravo says he's definitely been eating the creatine. He's definitely been hitting the gym. And it's obvious. That's true. I mean, Mike Bork, he might have been a heavy-looking guy, but there was nothing. He always did have an impressive upper body. He was and is a true powerhouse. In the pre-fight interview, Mike goes over his strategy. He just says that he's willing to trade with anyone in the sport. He thinks he can, as in stand and punch with anyone. And his strategy going into this with Kleeper is just attack him, hit him, take him down, hit him as it punch him, and beat the crap out of him. So both guys obviously sounding ready going into this. Kleeper looking ahead to a future fight, and Mike Bork definitely thinking he's going to win this fight. Despite a 7-inch height difference in Kleeper's favor, that does not have much effect on the actual match. The match lasts 1 minute and 5 seconds. Starts out with Kleeper landing one low kick, but you need more than one low kick to do damage, so this did nothing. It was basically like a tapping kick. Mike immediately rushes forward and clinches with him into the cage, probably landing some punches to the ribs. And meanwhile, Eric Kleeper goes for a guillotine choke. He tries for it, I think, all of 3 seconds, 4 seconds maybe, before Rhino pushes his way out of it, takes Kleeper to the ground, and Mike starts unleashing a barrage of straight rights and lefts, and also hooks of rights and lefts coming down. For those of you who do not know what ground and pound is, it can be any strikes on the ground, punches on the ground, knees, elbows, and in the no-holds-barred days, headbutts, but now headbutts are sadly not legal. Mike, like I said, all he needed here was punches. Kleeper starts tapping, and Mike, in true sportsmanship, after Herb stops this and Mike helps clean her up, says something to him for at least a small bit of trash talk, but he does offer his hand and show his sign of sportsmanship. Richard Norton noted that's the kind of thing you want to see among martial artists. Two people who are great sportsmen and absolute gentlemen as well. So, anyway, result again, Mike Bourque wins by strikes, submission, 1 minute 5 seconds. In the post-fight interview, Mike said his training had been partially using a heavy ball, the kind that people work on with their abs. Mike had been using that as a heavy bag and beating on it with, I'm guessing beating on it means punches. Punching it for half an hour at a time, beating on the bag for half an hour at a time, and that sounds like bad training, but it obviously worked. Mike Bourque moves on now to the semi-finals of the tournament to face alternate fighter Keith the Natural Richardson.